From their loud voices and animated body language, it was clear that the informal closed-door meeting that ran for 3 hours was nothing short of stormy. According to sources privy to the ongoings of the meeting, members of parliament made clear their anger at what they termed betrayal by members of the executive who rushed to comply with the taxman's demands of arrears on MPs' allowances. In this regard, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka was heckled and Joint Government Chief Whip Johnston Muthama barred from addressing the meeting. The MPs reportedly dismissed a 30-day ultimatum issued by the Kenya Revenue Authority on August 3rd, declaring that they would instead use their position to teach KRA who is boss.
MPs don't report to KRA. KRA is an agency, is a tax collection agency. We are giving KRA powers that it doesn't have. KRA will collect its taxes according to the law. The law of how to collect it, Parliament shall provide, and we have decided to provide that law.
The MPs resolved to establish a 15-man ad hoc committee made up of 6 cabinet ministers, 4 assistant ministers and 5 backbenchers to come up with a way forward that will both appease public demands that MPs pay taxes while at the same time protecting the MPs' interests. Part of the demands from the meeting include changes to existing taxation legislation, which MPs want Deputy Prime Minister Uhuru Kenyatta to bring before the House, or risk having the finance bill shot down, paralyzing all government operations.
A bill should have been brought by the executive addressing the issue of VAT regime, the issue of income tax regime, and the issue of corporations tax. All those have not been done by the executive, particularly the Minister of Finance, which should originate them for expediencies of politics. So Parliament has also decided that because of the inadequacies or the refusal by Minister of Finance to deal with those issues, Parliament has also decided to deal with that particular aspect as we get a total solution.
The issue with members of Parliament is, should the accused recommendation be implemented and passed now and made a law for the increment to be given to members of Parliament, so that at the same line the taxation is paid.
The threats come at a time when the House is slated to commence a marathon process to enact at least 12 laws critical to the Constitution implementation before an August 26th constitutional deadline. In spite of their fury, MPs find themselves between a rock and a hard place, as it would appear they not only lack support from the top leadership of the main political parties, but they cannot afford to ignore the taxman, from whom they will require clearance before they can either defend their seats or contest any other elective positions in next year's polls. Yutonebu, KTN Prime.